Now we have already quite a bit of variable types together. There is one more thing that I want to discuss before actually wrapping it up. That is the message object, and in particular the property message.sender. There's a lot more in the message object, but in general I want to discuss this first. So let's get started with an example, because I think this is one of the most important parts of Solidity development and Ethereum blockchain development. So this is where it really separates a classical database, like a centralized access system with some sort of authentication, with our with the blockchain-based access where we have private and public keys. So let's say example message sender.sol. And in the previous example, we had the addresses, right? So we are just copy over this whole thing. So we have the pragma line, we have an example message sender, and we have some address over here. And what we are going to do now is we are going to write a function, update some address, but we are not giving it any kind of parameter at all. We just make this public. So it's a writing function, and we say some address is message.sender. And the message object, you already see it here in Remix. It gets a special color. It is a public object that is available throughout all of your contracts, that contains a couple of properties. And one of these properties, sender, contains the address of the person who is interacting with the smart contract. It's very important to understand that if an account is calling the contract, then it will contain the address of the account. So let's say an account contract, then message sender is that one. If an account is interacting with a contract and that one is interacting with another contract, then message sender over here will contain the address of the last point of contact what is interacting with the smart contract. We are going through this in more detail later, but I wanted to clarify this right away because there's a lot of mistakes that happened from projects on the web, especially at the beginning, DAOs that had confused who is interacting with the smart contract and then had wrong access lists and so on. Well, let me see how this actually works. So if we are going to deploy this smart contract, then our some address is 0. And if we say update some address, then it will become magically this address over here that interacted with the smart contract. If another address is interacting with the smart contract, then that one will still be the old one, update some address, and now it will be the one that interacted with the smart contract last. Yeah, and that's basically the thing that I wanted to talk about for the message sender. And now we are talking about two more things, that is view and pure function. I just quickly want to show you how they work because we already used them before. And then also the constructor in Solidity, it's a special kind of function. And then we can wrap it up, putting it all together and write our project to have the blockchain messenger done.